Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another night of Strange and Scary Games. I'm Mom. That's Aldous in the background. And tonight we're going to be playing through Deceived of Joy. This is a game that was recently highlighted by the Horror Game Awards. I thought that it was interesting, so I picked it up. It is a pretty short experience, but it has a lot of really cool stuff in it. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I'm going to throw it over to Past Andrew. Thank you as always for watching. Let's get into it. Game? Okay, there we go. Deceived of Joy. Is this a keyboard mouse game? Seems like it. Go home, room 746. $743, $742. Excuse me? Are we just really hungry, or is this a Little Nightmares scenario? The Gray Veil. Sudden shutdown of pharmaceutical factory raises questions. A newly launched pharmaceutical factory has unexpectedly shut down its doors, leaving many workers and families without jobs. The abrupt closure has shocked the local community, especially given the company's recent success with their miracle drug said to eliminate doubt and depression within days. No official reason has been given for the shutdown. However, some speculate there may be deeper forces at play, possibly involving national government interests. As the story unfolds, many are left wondering what really happened behind the scenes. Right, 746. We're home. Collect evidence. Collect pages. Find my pages. Is this a Slenderman game? Remains to be seen. I don't think we're doing too good. The walls are moving. What is happening? Can't tell if I'm actually moving or not. I think I am. I don't know what my goal is here. Okay. It looks like we took our pills. Hi, neighbor. Everything all right? $4.95 for Hills. Get out. Go to the elevator. I don't remember if I told you guys about my neighbor. So about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, our neighbors across the street had a grandfather clock they put out on the corner. I don't know if they had someone come pick it up or if somebody grabbed it or what. Nope. No, thank you. Joy. Deceived of Joy. Is that just the intro?
Good afternoon, City of Lights. The moon night is shining, and here we are again, moving to the rhythm of something bigger than ourselves. Can you feel it? The hum in the air, the pulse beneath the pavement, all of it pushing us forward.
It's not a click.
They tell us it's happiness, don't they? The kind that makes you feel safe, comfortable, like everything feels right. But what does right really mean, anyway? When was the last time you looked beyond the glitter, the noise? The city doesn't just live, it hides. Behind every brightly lit window, down every alley, lies something forgotten, something swept away.
I want to believe.
You see, beneath all the joy and light, there's a shadow that whispers. Listen closely enough, and you might hear it too. But hey, who am I kidding? Just another voice in the static. After all, isn't life better when everything feels so good?
Go home, room 749. So we're one of the neighbors now. So my neighbors had put out a grandfather clock on the curb. And this is when I was still with City in shock as hundreds reported missing. In a troubling turn of events, the city is grappling with the sudden disappearance of hundreds of residents over the past few weeks. Families are frightened, the community is on edge, and so far there are no clear answers. What connects the missing individuals is even more unsettling. All are reported to have struggled with mental health issues, including depression and feelings of hopelessness. Many were said to be searching for a way out. Loved ones continue to post photos and pleas for information, hoping for a break in what is becoming one of the city's most disturbing mysteries. So I was still with, now ex-girlfriend, and we stopped to look at the grandfather clock one night, and then a couple days later it was gone. So I figured that somebody had, like, placed meal, turn radio on, sit down. I figured that somebody had just come and grabbed it, and then, a day or two later, there was somebody ringing the doorbell at my place. So I went... Is that not the radio? That's the radio. I went to go answer the door, and it was my neighbor from next door. And she was like, that girl who lives here, she stole my clock and I need it back. And I was like... First off, there's no girl that lives here. Like, it's a house with 2 guys. Second off, nobody stole your clock. Like, you put it out on the curb, somebody came and picked it up. That's what happens when you put stuff out on the curb. But as she was talking, she was saying that she was from a different place than the place that put the clock out.
Thanks for tuning into my new series, where we dive into paranormal talk and theories. To begin, I'd like to introduce you to the concept of gateways and realities. Ever since I was a kid watching sci-fi films, I've always held onto one belief. The belief that parallel worlds exist. I mean, come on, they make perfect sense. Wouldn't you agree? Just think about it, being able to hop in and out of different worlds. Doesn't the mere thought of it get you excited? Our world is huge. No, our universe is huge. Infinite, even. Would it be so far-fetched to believe that dimensions parallel to ours exist? Now stay tuned, because this is only the beginning of my insights. See you soon.
So, I was a little bit confused, like, what is she talking about? Who stole her clock? Who's this girl that she thinks lives here? Where am I doing the dishes? You close. Over here. So I talked to my roommate about it, and he was like, I'm really sorry. She's an older woman. She's starting to go sundown, dementia, something. She has problems. She forgets things. She hallucinates things. I'm really sorry you had to deal with that. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. I hardly ever see her. Like, we're probably not going to cross paths again. So I ordered a CD case one time. It was a CD case and some rechargeable batteries. CD case for my car, chargeable batteries for my VR headset. I get the Amazon notification that it's been delivered. I go to check, like, the front porch, and there's nothing there. So I figured that it was probably in the mailbox. I came home from work the next day. I checked the mailbox. It wasn't there either. I asked my roommate, hey, have you seen a CD case or rechargeable batteries? And he was like, no, I haven't seen anything like that. Get trash bag and pick up trash. Where's the trash bag? Here's a trash bag. But he has cameras, so he checked the cameras, and at, like, it was like in the middle of the night, they had delivered, and she had come over. She must have seen them deliver it. She had come over. She had taken the box. So he calls their son. He's like, hey, your mom has come over and, like, stolen my roommate's packages. Is that nothing? I guess that's nothing. And he's like, I'm going to call the police. Like, she can't be taking stuff off our porch. And the neighbor's son is like, please don't do that. Like, I'm trying to get them out. Go to the rubbish chute. What's with this plant over here? I don't think that's normal for plants. So I think it was that night, or it was the next morning, she left the CD case on the front porch where she had found it. So I went to go out to work and found my CD case, but I was like, I'm still missing my batteries. So her son went over and, like, got it from her, I guess, and gave it to my roommate, and he gave it back to me. You're not the chute. Where's the chute? Emergency fire exit. So that's all fine. I got my stuff back. I'm not worried about it. We had, for a little while, we had another roommate come in. I don't want to take the pills. And she was staying in the room next door. And she was like, hey, I don't have a working vehicle right now. Can I borrow your car? I see that your old car is still in the driveway. Is there any way I can borrow it? And I was like, so the transmission is going out, so don't take it on like a trip down to Tacoma or whatever. But if you're just driving it around in town, it should be fine. She was like, yeah, no problem. So she accidentally left it unlocked one day, and the neighbor went over into my old car and took the documents out of the glove box. Very, very dangerous. Like, first off, what is she doing in my old car? Second off, why is she taking those documents? And so me and the roommate at the time went over and were like, hey, can we have these documents back? And she was like, well, I haven't seen them. And her son was like, no, you have. You went over into their car. I can see on the camera that this was you doing this. Where are the documents? And she was like, well, I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about that. Eventually he found them in one of her junk drawers. So I get the documents back. Everything's good. I eventually ended up selling that car. It was my mom's old car, so I was able to get rid of it. And then I just had I have my new car right now. I really don't want to do this. So on Wednesday, I go and I take the garbage out for Joy, take the miracle drug. I take the garbage out for garbage day on Thursday. And it's out there all day. It's out by the curb. And then I work remotely on Thursday, so I'm here the entire day. I get my lunch delivered. I spend the entire day working. I go out at about probably 6:30, 7 o'clock, and our garbage bin is missing. I'm like, who took our garbage bin? And so I'm looking around the house. It's dark because it's winter. Hi there. Is that a collectible? It's dark because it's winter. I can't really see anything. So I'm like, well, I'll check in the morning. Maybe somebody has like placed it behind the gate or something. Maybe one of my roommates moved it, something. Like, there's a million things that it could be. And I couldn't see it in the morning. I went out before work. I walked around the house. I didn't see anything. And so I let my roommate know. I was like, hey, I think somebody's walked off with the bin. And he was like, I'll check the cameras. And it was that same neighbor. She went and she grabbed the trash bin. And so I got off work yesterday and I drove home. I had some errands to stop on the way home. I got home around like probably 6 o'clock, and she was standing in our driveway. I was like, hey, can I have my trash bin back? And she was like, well, I haven't seen your trash bin. It's probably one of the kids from the neighborhood. So she has accused us of stealing her clock. One day I woke up when I was still working at my old nonprofit, and I went out to go to work, and there was a sign on the back of my car that said, I steal clothes and things. So I threw that away. She's accused us of stealing her clock. She's accused me of stealing her clothes, I guess. She's stolen my package. She's stolen my paperwork, and she's stolen our trash bin. And it's like, how are you going to be that rude to us, first off, accusing us of crimes, and you're the one committing crimes? Alarm clock, 5:30. Why are we getting up at 5:30? You know, this is a pretty city. I'll give it that. Start the day. Turn the radio on. Have a shower. Static. Are you a night shower or a morning shower? I'm usually a night shower. I like to get clean before bed. I was talking with someone recently, and they were like, I don't understand how you can take a shower before bed.
Recently I did a bit of browsing.
Coffee time!
Stumbled upon an article, legitimate by the way, that wrote about a pharmaceutical factory which spilled gallons of chemicals throughout its warehouse about 3-ish months back. The workers who were present at the time inhaled all the apparent fumes rising from the whole mess. Now you'd imagine that for ill, right? You're wrong. Instead they're faster, sharper, unstoppable even. Upon seeing the state of their employees, the company uses this unfortunate mishap as a Kickstarter for creating a very new formula with just a few tweaks of the old one. It's a viral pill that erases every flaw, fatigue, depression, and doubt from one's mind. A miracle drug, in other words. But 1 week ago, to this very day, you know, the workers who were exposed first, they were reported missing, sick and dead. 0 leads. Creepy, right? The pills that have been distributed are being torn off shelves nationwide to prevent anything else from occurring. These pills, if they erased your flaws, what else did they erase? Never mind. Simply another thing to dwell on, right? I promise I'll resort to discussing parallel universes next broadcast. Until then, catch you later.
It kind of sounds like people who are taking the pills are being abducted to alternate universes. What is this? I can't read that. Is that, don't sleep? Deep sleep? I still haven't played Deep Sleep 4. I need to do that at some point. I did not like... That's the same one. I did not like Don't Escape 4, so I never posted it. But I've heard good things about Deep Sleep. Tonight's work shift was perfect. I don't think I've ever said that before. Time to enjoy my meal and relax. Got to go. Something new? The once celebrated miracle drug has been taken off shelves following the wave of lawsuits and disturbing evidence. Authorities now believe the drug may warp the mind over time, intensifying dark thoughts instead of curing them. Many of the recently missing had been using the drug. The number of disappearances is rising fast. A citywide lockdown may be in development as the crisis escalates. Something with the sound keeps clipping. Turn the radio on.
Hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in once more. Alright, so this session is going to be a bit different. I'm sorry, I know I'd promised previously we'd talk about verses and such a gang. But just hear me out. This will surely captivate you. I got my hands on the pills.
Why would you do that?
The one they put off the shelves. The one tied to the disappearances, deaths, whatever the hell happened to those factory workers. I had to see it for myself, you hear? Scientific reasons. So I'm documenting everything. For you, for me, just in case I took it an hour ago. But listen to me. I feel incredible. There's this sensation inside of me, sort of numbing in a way, but so calming. My mind is clear. My body feels light. Every insecurity, hesitation, gone. Man, they weren't playing. I get why this is so crazy, but to be honest, there's something about it bothering me. I keep hearing it.
I think that's supposed to be
sounds.
sounds.
A hum?
Not sold.
No, a whisper? Whatever it is, it's faint. Also, my reflection, I swear it moved when I didn't. Alright. I'll check back in a few hours. No, tomorrow. Never mind. Peace.
So I keep getting an encoding overloaded error. I think that because this is an Unreal Engine, it keeps loading things in, and my camera is slowing down. I can see it. Yeah, Unreal Engine isn't very responsive. What am I picking up now? Why did the camera do that? Clean up, take basket, pick up clothes. Where's the basket? Is this the basket? It's the trash. Chore simulator. Yeah, those have to be collectibles. So I'm looking for like 2 shelves worth of collectibles. Place basket back. Take pills. I don't want to do that. Is there any world in which I don't do that? Never mind. Go to bed. Can we, like, turn the light off? Pull the blanket on? Start the day, turn the radio on, have a shower. Is our boy gonna be back? Kind of funny to look over and see myself from like 3 seconds ago.
Hey, I stopped taking the pill. I couldn't take it, especially when the shadows started. I thought flushing the damn pill out of my system would have helped me get rid of it. But no, of course not. They're still here. In the corner of my eye, always watching. Everything's worse. Dizzy, nauseous. Just in the span of a few hours since quitting, I only consumed 2.
Never mind.
Threw the rest of them away.
Go to work.
Being near the packet made me feel like throwing up. Reality isn't sitting right. Like I'm sitting cracks in the very atmosphere. I'm sorry, I need to lie down. To anyone out there who took the pills, are you seeing them too?
I guess we go to work. Keep an eye out for collectibles. Is that a cheeseburger? Somebody just left half a cheeseburger in the... Oh no. It's starting. Again, 7:43. Someone at 7:43 is just like dropping glasses on the kitchen floor. Tonight's work shift could have been better. I just went with pizza tonight. Riola pizza? Room 749. What's going on over here? Oh no. No new news. Are you okay? Can I help? Oh. Poor rat friend. Place meal, turn radio on, sit down.
I feel sick. My
You know they make small pizzas, right?
Crushed. Getting off these pills have made me see things I don't think I was ever meant to see. Perhaps I should resume the dosage. I find it interesting though. I can't seem to tell if they're hallucinations. The shadows, that is, or perhaps they were always here. I'm starting to think there was always another plane next to us. A reality brimmed with entities, diseases, and darkness, which is now bleeding through into our world.
Where did all of this trash come from? Didn't we just clean the other day? I can't take that. Okay. Never mind. Go to bed. Okay. We're just gonna leave all that trash out in the hallway? Alright. Nobody came in tonight. Because they're already in. It's cold. Turn the heater on. Hi. The floating eye. You feel an evil presence watching you. like close the curtains or... No? Well, bye. How far up are we? We seem a good deal up, right? Start the day. Turn the radio on, have a shower. Did we just leave the pizza over here? Put it in the fridge. What is wrong with you? Flashbang.
Humanity, I think we've discovered our extinction. We were never the ones at the top of the food chain. Not now. Not with the shadows running. Who knows how long it will take before we're all gone. We're all gone.
I mean, you just don't take the pills. You know how dangerous they are. Coffee time. Make coffee and sit down. Will our coffee machine work? It, like, fritzed out yesterday. Yeah. We're now covered in scalding coffee. Clean up. Pick up trash. Or pick up machine. Yeah, we just left our trash there. What's wrong with us? Have breakfast. Is it like Saturday? Are we not going to work? For segments like this, something you might want to consider is having like mini games. So like put the toast in, push the button down. It's not like... It's not like necessary. It's not like ruining my game experience that you don't push the buttons on the radiator or anything. It's just a little something that you can add for a little like tactile feel. Take toast. Sit down. Alright, what do? Why haven't we been eating breakfast the other days? Is it like a choice between coffee and breakfast? What do we do for work? seem to eat out a lot, so I assume that we're well paid. I hate work. I need to rest. Go home. Room 749. What's happening? Big boy. It's the shadow. Well, bye. Hallway horror. You are not alone in the hallway. Somebody brought my radio out. No new notices. What happened over here? Are we not going to finish the pizza? Is the pizza molding already? It's been like a day. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red lights. Why is there a hand in our sink? You can't even see it on the shelf. Hi. Hi. I don't like this. I don't like this. Are we a spider now? I think we're the spider now. Oh, our radio's back. We don't have a mirror, so I can't see myself. Fall through your shower. Gravity is stronger than you think. Get out. Get to the fire exit. Maintenance. If you notice water leaking from the pipes, do not touch them. Okay. What am I doing here? You didn't say anything about a giant spider. You said if I see water leaking from the pipes, don't touch them. This is the opposite of what I was told to do. Eight-legged retreat. You've driven the monster away with plumbing. Excuse me? Is it broken? I think it's broken. That's aggravating. Can I load? Quit. Good checkpoints. All right, there we go. So the spider is gone. We've got the thing. I burned the web. I burned the web. No notices. All right. Nothing. Oh, there it is. I don't know what that was. We'll see it at home later. It's fine. Can't tell if you guys heard that or not. Safe. Go to 4-7. Go home. No notices. No notices. Light the way. A little fire solves everything. Real. You hear something. Where do I hear something? There's a spider, there's a hand, eyeballs. Don't want to go in there. I'm not sure what I hear or what I'm supposed to hear. See what's inside? Get fire axe, break wall. Where's the fire axe? Is that not the fire axe? Sometimes it sparkles like I can interact with something, but then it doesn't do anything. Sometimes it doesn't sparkle like I can interact with something, but I think that I can. Handle with care, collect the fire axe. Here's Johnny. Why would I go to work after this? Is our neighbor a, look outside monster? Oh, they're gone. I'm sure that's good. That's a good sign, right? Eyes where they shouldn't be. The wall had eyes and teeth. Alright, that was good. I'm glad we did that. I can't escape it. We can go somewhere. We can go to a hotel. There is no joy. We can go out to the country. We can rent a cabin. We can resort to Airbnb. Like, that should be our last option, but it is an option. And it's getting out of hand. The hand awakens. What? What am I doing? Where did this extra hotel come from? These extra hallways. Where did these extra hallways come from? I mean, the library? What a wonderful view. What you knew as reality is no more. I don't mind living out the rest of my days in a library. That's fine. Ouch. Hello, neighbor. Crushed fate. Gravity decided the outcome of this fight. Defeat the eye humanoid. Can I get out of here, or... Trippy. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Oh, key. Can I have that? The real horror was the mortifying idea of being seen. Ignore me. Chased again. I'm good at chases. Come on. Is there an end to this, or...? Come on, do the thing. Y'all got any more of those endings? the story was that pills are good. Survive the chase. The nightmare has ended. Defeat the hand. I'm guessing there's an ending where I get napped? Hand napped? We way overslept. It's 9 a.m. Start the day. Our coffee machine is back. We fixed it.
And I can't really wrap my head around it. There's a theory that every door you haven't walked through might not be real. Anything could be on the other side. The fan tested it, opening doors he's never used. At first, just odd stuff. Then one night he stepped into his room, and it wasn't his. The window was wrong. The hallways were gone. Only another door. He sent me one last message. I think it followed me. Then nothing. Last night, my bedroom door was open. I never leave it open. And when I pointed my phone camera into the dark hallway, something was there. So when you pass a door you've never used, ask yourself, what's really behind it?
Coffee time? Smiley face? What was the game? I think it was a corpse pile game. There was one game where it was routine, and you like sit down and you make coffee every day, and you take your pill and all of that stuff. And depending on what you do or don't do is what determined the ending. It was very short. I don't know if I ever played it for a video. I might want to do that. I like Course Pile a lot. They are pretty creative with small scale stuff. Oh, are we the hand now? I think we got grabbed. Deceived or Joy, complete the game. Is this the end? A game by LevelBound Studios. Logan Labriola. Logan Jaden. Spoopy. Richard Labriola. This seems like a family affair. Deceived of Joy. All right. We still got 5 achievements we haven't gotten. Feathered Intruder, Janitor Journal, Snap, Click and Tremble, and Completionist. Every secret is now yours. So I've still got a few achievements I could go through and do. Yeah, that was Deceived of Joy. It is a game by LevelBound Studios, and it appears to be their first game on Steam. I don't know if I've ever played anything else from them. I enjoyed it. It was a short but sweet. I like the routine of it. I like the prologue. I think the prologue did a good job of setting up what we were going to expect throughout the game. One thing that I would like to see added is just the what I had talked about, like when you turn the radiator on, pressing the buttons, making the player press the buttons. When you make coffee, making the player turn the dials. When you open the bathroom drawer, making the player open the bathroom drawer. Just something to give it a little bit more tactile feel, because as it is right now, you just click on something and then the character does an animation for it. So a little bit more tactile feel would have been nice. I ran into a bug when the spider killed me while I was trying to turn the water. The spider died, but then the game didn't register that it died, so I kept getting killed by it even though it wasn't there. Bugs happen; it's not a big deal. I like the art style of it. The eyeball monster, the spider, the hands, they're all very well designed. I would like something a little bit more abstract. You had the one where you go to the library and the outside world is all very abstract, very like earthbound, abstract shapes, very what is it? Borges, the library. I can't remember what it was called, but this idea of like the outside world is gone. There's just like everything has been stretched past the point of recognition. I thought that was really cool. I would have liked to see a monster in that design as well. Something that gets like stretched out until you can't even recognize it anymore. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else. There was the one tooltip or hint, the objective that was like you hear something. And I did kind of hear something, but I couldn't really tell where it was coming from. If you could just add a little bit more sound or a little bit more texture to the sound, so it's easier to pinpoint. Because I was like, well, is that the neighbor? Is that in the hallway? What is it? And I was like, I can kind of hear something, but I don't really know where it's coming from. So having that a little bit deepened would have made that objective easier. Having a little bit of feedback from the character would be nice as well. He has a little bit of personality when things go wrong. So when you go to when you go to take the pills and they're gone for some reason, when you go to make coffee, when the garbage bag breaks, he's like, never mind. Having a little bit more personality from the character in the objectives or just in general would help him feel a little bit more alive and like an actual character. Yeah, I think that those are all of my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for joining me for another night of Strange and Scary Games. I love you. We'll see you in the next video. Good night.